Zepbound meal plan. I'm so excited to show you guys a dietitian created Zepbound meal plan and then also other meal plan options for free. I'm going to link down below on countessofshopping.com all of this for free. So if you are like, I am a tangible tactile person. I like printouts. You can print it out. I've lost over 106 pounds the last 2 years and 2 months, so 26 months of being on Mounjaro, Zepbound, and Tirzepatide compound. And on today's episode, I was asked so much in my free encouragement group, which I'll link down below, about meal plans, that I just wanted to give you guys the tools to be able to do this yourself, or to just, you can go to countessofshopping.com. It will be linked in the description, and get the printable. And if you want to have it on your phone, you can do it that way for some easy meal ideas. So what I did is I used Gemini. So I wanted to use AI to help me with this. I have 2 dietitian created meal plans. For my free encouragement group, someone was like, can we just start using AI for some of this? And yes, certainly the dietitian ones that I paid over $1,000 for, use those. Those are also linked down below. It's like Tirzepatide meal plan and semaglutide meal plan. So share this with your bestie. If they're on a GLP-1 medication, this is applicable for all. But this one is AI created, but through it's AI created, but dietitian components with it. Those were dietitian created, just to be clear. So for this Zepbound meal plan, I am getting bored with what I'm eating. And so I wanted to switch it up. So what I did is I went into Gemini. You can use ChatGPT, or again, you can just swipe mine of what I did. But I've been trying to use more AI to help me with my weight loss journey. And so someone had recommended this. And so if you're in my free group and this was your idea, thank you. I forget who it was to give credit to. So I did literally 6 different iterations of this because it didn't come out first the way I wanted. First, I went to Gemini, and I have the Gemini AI. You can just get ChatGPT, but I have mine through my business account, which is why I'm accessing, and I like Google is Gemini, which is why I like that particular AI for this. But I said the type in was, hey, make me, I always say please, just in case the robots come back to get us, that I use my manners. Please make a 1-week meal plan that has one of the meals eating out for quick fast food like Chipotle for 1,700 calories each day for GLP-1 patient on WEGOVY or Zepbound. And so it came up with it, and it went through that first iteration. And I'm like, it said, for example, day 2, scrambled breakfast with eggs, spinach, and whole toast. And I'm like, okay, well, how much toast, how much eggs, how much is in the 17 calories? Like, I need you to tell me, like, give it to me straight. I like checklists as a type A personality. And so the snack, like cottage cheese, 1/2 cup with sliced cucumber, lentil soup. I'm like, okay, well, what's the recipe? So I put in the next iteration of that, I'm like, okay, thank you. But again, I have to use my manners. And I was like, create a shopping list for me too. I was like, please include specific quantities of like ounces and cups. So it went back and it was like, snack, 1 medium apple sliced with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Lunch, chicken salad, use 4 cooked cups, 4 ounces, not cups. That would be a lot of chicken breast, 1/2 cup of celery dried, diced, 2 tablespoons of light mayonnaise, and 2 cups of lettuce. I'm like, okay. 4 ounces of baked salmon, and 1.5 cups of roasted broccoli. So this was very helpful for me. Like, okay, just getting some ideas. Then I was like, you keep talking about lentil soup. What's the recipe for this? Like, I need all my recipes, please. So it went back, and I had said before that iteration, can you please add in each day an eating out option at Chipotle, Jimmy John's, Wendy's, a restaurant with no servers, and please include the calories for each meal or snack. So then it tells me for this next iteration, specifically breakfast, 350 calories, 1 cup of oatmeal with 1 scoop of protein powder, about 250 calories, and 1/4 cup of almonds, 200 calories. That equals 450 calories, and it said it was 350 calories. So, oh, it was saying that the protein powder was 250 calories. That's still more, that is not adding up. So ChatGPT for some of these still has glitches. Like I just caught that one in terms of the calories. For example, snack, it says 200 calories. Greek yogurt, 6 ounces of plain, I would get faye, 100 calories. And 1/2 cup of berries is 150 calories. They're saying the snack was 200 calories. So with AI, what I'm finding with these, just like with the example that I just gave, is you still have to humanize it over it to make sure you're falling within your calorie range. Now, I want to talk about Chipotle in here because I love to eat at Chipotle, and it gave me some really cool options. But first, One of the most important things that I have done on my weight loss journey was making sure I had daily vitamins, because my portions went from 3 plate servings, refill, 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 to now like a small salad plate for the most part. I literally make sure I get my daily nutrients, and my blood panels have been exceptional recently because I use Gem. It was apparently the Leaning Tower of Pisa over here. Ah, it keeps falling. I use Gem Bites. They're the best. They're daily vitamins. I got a new pouch. I just pulled it out of my baton. I love these for travel. I travel frequently, and so these are 1 week supply within it. Literally just pulled it out so I could show you guys, but they're actual real food. And so the bites on there, like you can see, it's the pumpkin. I normally have these with my coffee, but I wanted to show you what they look like when you eat them. Like, look at that ooey gooeyness. Look how good that is. So good. It's real food. And so I have these on my Zepbound daily meal plan because they're easy. They have nutrients in them. They have in there to help with skin, hair, nails, aging, prebiotics, probiotics. So the tummy issues that my tummy is, each dose that I've had on Zepbound, it's been a different thing. And so having pre and probiotics automatically included, I'm like, yes, it's like one less thing on my checklist that I have to think about, is that Gem Bites has got me covered. And I continue to eat Gem Bites, and I've eaten them for so long as my daily vitamin because they taste great. They taste like citrus ginger, and that ginger is calming for my stomach. That's one of the other reasons. But also now too, with the hair component of hair loss that can happen, there's a whole new study that recently just came out. I'll be reporting on it on an upcoming video, which is why you want to click that subscribe button so you can see later. But hair loss is such a big thing for when you lose a lot of weight. Super, super helpful to have the ingredients in here are so delicious and so helpful for that, but also the anti-aging component. With my loose skin, I look older. I've worked really hard to not look older, but with loose skin can look older, and it has in there ingredients to help with aging too. Go to dailygem.com/queen, QUEEN, and go ahead and take advantage of a discount off of your first month subscription. I've negotiated that for you, so please take advantage of that awesome discount off of your first month subscription. I'm obsessed with them, have used them, will continue to use them because they're an awesome daily vitamin. And so on my meal plan, it has on here also a little box for me to be like, oh yeah, don't forget to take my vitamin. You know what I mean? Like, so it's super simple routine. And one of the most important things with Gem too, by the way, with daily vitamin is consistency. And I've been super consistent with that. I take my shower every day. I sleep every day. I take my Gem Bites every day. So that consistency, it's amazing. And it makes such a big difference too. But so going into like lunch, so going to Chipotle and eating out, like I'm a mom, I'm active, I'm in car pickup line, doing all the things to be a good mom, hopefully, God willing, of going to like Chipotle, for example. I plugged in here, like what are the specific, like what can I get from Chipotle as part of this? So Chipotle, 450 calories. It's saying you can get a Chipotle salad bowl, chicken about 180 calories, black beans 130 calories, the fajita vegetable 20 calories, pico de gallo 15 calories, guacamole 230 calories. So about 450 calories. I personally would double the meat on that and then just eat half the bowl. That's me. But it's helpful to have this like generalized one, and then for my meal plan, I can go into my Fitness Pal and customize it specifically, which is super, super helpful. It is bumping here at my park. Why are all these people coming behind me? I think they all want to hear about the Zepbound meal plan too. This is the hot spot today in Virginia to get your Zepbound meal plan. Now, I asked again, I told you I had a couple of different iterations. I had asked about Panera in here, and so they suggested turkey chili and a light salad. I don't want to go to Panera to get that. So I feel like I could do a separate AI iteration for my Zepbound meal plan, asking just specific things of like, hey, give me 450 calorie, give me 10 450 calorie options for Panera, and get those. You know what I mean? Like, so you can break down your AI when you're asking these iteration questions for your meal plan. It's super helpful. Wendy's, you can get a grilled chicken sandwich with no mayo, plain bun, about 350 calories. I don't know about you, but if I'm having a chicken sandwich, it's going to have some sort of sauce on it. And you know what I'm saying? So it was from Wendy's, a grilled chicken sandwich, 350 calories, no mayo, plain bun, and a side salad with light dressing, 150 calories. And so it's saying for that lunch, it's 500 calories. I went and again asked a different iteration of this too. Please include no baked chicken, because I don't know about you guys, but like South Beach diet and those diets I did throughout my entire life since I was in elementary school have scarred me. I cannot have baked chicken or grilled chicken unless it's prepared a certain way. Instead, I said, please update to not include baked chicken or grilled chicken. Instead, use ground turkey, ground chicken, or lean ground beef. So then it again made another iteration update on this to take out all of that and then put in the lean ground beef, which is amazing. So in Chipotle, for example, it substituted out lean ground beef. Chipotle doesn't have ground beef. They have like carnitas. So this is still, there's still, like I said, some issues with it, but the overall arching theme, super helpful. Like, I'm bored with what I'm eating, and I need to be, for me, in the last 26 months, I need to be excited about these things. These things meaning what I'm eating. If I'm not, it is very hard for me to make this lifestyle sustainable, and I want it to be sustainable. And eating in my calorie deficits, I shared earlier about how I was eating. I'm almost 6 feet tall. I lift, I walk 2 to 6 miles per day, and I was eating 1,500 calories because of my Fitness Pal on there. Y'all, it was wrong. It's way too little calories for me. I bumped up to about 1,700, 1,800, depending on my daily activity. I am a happier clam because I wasn't hitting the 1,500 calories. I was so hungry. I was going to bed so hungry. And if you guys saw all my appetite suppression videos, I was trying. And so by upping my calories from 1,500 calories to 1,700 calories, 1,800 calories, depending, has been a game changer for me. Game changer. And so I want to share with you, if you need some game changing, recheck your calories. And then that can go into what your quantities will be for your meal plan. And I use this not as like a tried and true, but you could as like a checklist. But I like using my FitPal to kind of negotiate and weave in some different things. Jimmy John's is in here. I never would have thought of this, but I'm going to go back in and ask the AI, give me 10 examples from Jimmy John's that are in the like 500 calorie range. Jimmy John's, and it says, or something similar, an Italian nightclub unwich, no mayonnaise, add avocado if available, about 350 calories, and a small bag of baked chips, 200 calories. I probably would just get the real chips and then just eat the 200 calories worth of the real chips versus baked chips. I don't do baked chips. Like, I don't do that stuff really as much. I would rather have like real chips. To me, that's more satisfying, more satiating, and I can eat less of those. I'm like, oh, I'm full. I went out with a girlfriend yesterday. We went to Starbucks, and I needed a little something before church, and I just got like a Starbucks little sausage egg thing, cheese thing. And I just had a half of it, and I threw the other half away because I was going to church. And it was 500 calories for that, and I ate half, so it was 250 calories. Y'all, I was full. I was happy. It was good. And so with some of these, you can take this as like the cottage cheese, 1 cup, pineapple chunks, 1 cup. If you don't like pineapple chunks, great. Tell the AI, like, substitute out pineapple chunks for X, Y, and Z, what you do like, or what is in C. The other really, really cool part about this, one of my friends is, she uses sale ads from the grocery store. She meal prep. I eat out a lot more. Or I'll have like meal delivery of foods too. Like, I love Territory meals delivery because they're portioned properly for stuff. But my friend, she loves to cook. And so she's like, I use the grocery store discounts to help make my meal plan. I'm like, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. And so you can start using this AI for yourself, for your Zepbound meal plans, or if you're on WEGOVY or semaglutide or Tirzepatide, whatever, to come up with these ideas so you're not having to keep eating the same thing over and over. And maybe you want to keep eating. Like, recently I have been on a Honeycrisp apple from Canada. It's like the only place we have really good apples kick. I have 1 to 2 apples per day because of the fiber. I'm really focusing on fiber. There's a whole studies that have come out about how colon cancer has dramatically increased, and I shared on previous videos earlier this year about one of my family members had colon cancer. And so for me, it was a wake up call of like, am I getting enough fiber in? A lot of people are eating protein, but they're not having fiber to go with that. Anyways, that's me getting in fruits and vegetables, super important. But I want to ensure for this, you can also, taking a right turn, you can put in here your shopping list. And I said, please give me a shopping list. Please make me a shopping list and include recipes. So it has in here the full shopping list. So for example, it's like fruits and vegetables, lettuce, 8 cups, 2 avocados, 1 cup of pineapple, 1.5 cups of Brussels sprouts, 2 zucchinis. Like, it's telling me like what my shopping list is. And then, for example, ground turkey and bell peppers. It gave me the whole recipe as to how to make it. So you can keep refining this towards what you want to make it your own and customized thing. And this is the cool part about AI. I said at the beginning of this video, there's 52 Zepbound meal plans. You can keep making different iterations for each week. If you want to keep reusing it or what's on sale, you can also ask the AI, hey, put only in season vegetables and fruits in there. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to have certain things like, oh, those aren't in season in my area, great. If you have, for example, shopping sale prices and things like that, you got, I don't know, I'm just making this up, but like corn was on sale, 25 cents a can for corn. I'm just making that up. Then asking, please use more corn canned recipes or canned green beans recipes or things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can start really customizing this for your pocketbook, for portion sizes, and also in terms of portion sizes. Again, I would eat 3 big plates full and have my refills, and now it's smaller. I can also customize the AI to ask for the next day to use those leftovers if I do have extra portions, which I frequently do. If I go out to eat, for example, that Chipotle bowl, whenever I go to Chipotle, I always, and I don't like to use superlatives, but always have a portion, like a leftover, and that will be my next day's lunch or dinner. So reusing more of my leftovers, that's become part of my like meal plan strategy too. If I'm not trying to cook all the time, I got bigger fish to fry, and I'm a businesswoman, a wife, and a mom, and so those are my priorities. And so utilizing this technology has been so helpful for me, so helpful. I know some of you, for example, also along the lines of cost savings too for meal prep, but buying a whole cow or half a cow or 1/4 of a cow if you eat meat, utilizing those different pieces within that. If you're like, I don't know how to cook X, Y, and Z cut of the cow, you can put that into your AI too. So like I said, there's 52 weeks, there's literally like 52,000 meal plan, Zepbound meal plan options you can do in here. I made sure for mine that I have on there also as part of my list, my daily vitamin gem. I was like, please put a reminder so I take my daily vitamin every day with my gem bites. And I can go through and really customize it towards what I want. For example, it says in here Greek yogurt, plain non-fat. I'd say in my like, you just keep iterating it. Hey, make it only 5 Greek yogurt. You could also say for the AI, make it from a perspective of a dietitian or of somebody who is a very healthy, great food perspective with food, who weighs X, Y, and Z in pounds of whatever your goal weight is, who lifts and walks and have a very, like, you can go through and say, then from that avatar you want, make me a meal plan based on this avatar and explain what the avatar is. My husband did that. I'm like, why are you so brilliant? He's so smart. I'm like, that is genius. Like, that is really, this is what I'm talking about with AI of like, I'm really trying to use it more in my life, for my personal life, not just for my work, but for my personal life. I'm like, why am I not utilizing this more? Why am I not lifting? This is not the point of today's video, but I would be not a good friend if I didn't share this with you. Why are you not asking AI to help you come up with a lifting plan? I have a lifting coach, but you can type into AI and ask, hey, come up with, for me, the next 3 months, a lifting plan for 3 days a week for somebody who weighs, 250 pounds, who's overweight, who's trying to get healthy, and who has creaky knees and doesn't know what they're doing. Give me a whole lifting plan and how to do those. And then you just start making iterations off of that. So if you are getting stuck with your GLP-1 journey, AI is crazy in a great way. Like, this is crazy amazing that we have access to this, but I feel like most of us are not utilizing this technology for our GLP-1 weight loss journey. Totally customize it for you. The other thing that I wanted to share too, that I'm going to add on my most recent iteration and that I will put on the Countess of Shopping blog post that corresponds with this video, go ahead and check that out in the description link below. Totally my free gift to you. Talking about water. Recently somebody, they checked me, and on the words of Sheree from Real Housewives, who gonna check me, boo? Well, apparently this viewer did. They're like, it's me who's gonna check you, Elizabeth. They're like, you don't talk about water enough. And I feel like I talk about water all the time to my gills. I feel like I'm floating away in water. And so I want to be totally clear. Water is a huge part of my day. I have at least three 40-ounce tumblers of water. I recently just ordered, I'm obsessed with, it's like a family run business. It's called Zepbound, and they make these cute little customized tumblers. I just got this, I had the Valentine's Day ones, I had the Christmas ones, I had the, like I get one for each month thing, and then I change them, and it makes me so happy. And I drink my water, and I do, what tumbler will I pick today to romance water? I'm a good marketer. I'm romancing water back to myself. But so anyways, this is my Silly Goose. I have one that was, they have one that's called Silly Goose Juice. And so my husband and kid think it's so funny because it's one of my favorites. And so I got these little Silly Goose, that's my spring tumbler, my Shayla. And then also one of my other waters too. Yeah, have my glass Pellegrino, so sue me. I'm like obsessed. I know I shouldn't be drinking them out of the glass bottle, but I don't care. But that's one of the, I always have one with me in addition to my tumbler. I have like 10 million drinks in my car. Literally, I am that woman who has like 4 Stanleys. But instead of Stanleys now, I've been using my Zepbound, and they have coasters that come with them because the glass ones, they do sweat, honey. They do sweat. So you need something underneath, like a napkin, but I just got their little coasters that they had. And then putting that on my meal plan too, just to remind me, like, have my 3 tumblers of water. And if I want to be specific, to put it in after breakfast, after lunch, and by 2 or 3 o'clock, I want to make sure I'm hitting that goal. Which reminds me, it's almost 1 o'clock and I haven't hit that goal. So I need to, I brought my empty one. It just literally came. But for me, getting like a $25 tumbler here and there, it makes me happy and it makes me focus in. I did get 3 of them. The count's going to be like, you did get 3. I did get it, to be factually accurate. I love them and they make me super happy. And if that keeps me on my water point, you know, my water goals, so be it. I'll take it. Now, the Countess of Shopping community is brilliant. You guys are so smart. And that's why I love doing daily videos, because I learned so much from you and hopefully you learn so much from me. Hopefully it's like a give and take. And in my group, this is where this concept came from, and my husband, because my husband's really big on AI. If you have other tips, put them in the comments for this video. And number 2, we will continue the dialogue in the free encouragement group also about those. The cool part about my free encouragement group is we have like 50 to 100 posts per day in there. So it's a continuous, and you can filter that too, by the way. The cool part about private Facebook group is you can filter what you know, how much you want or how little you want. But obviously, like, I'm in it, so I'm like, give it to me all. I want to know all of it about workouts, food, recipes. Tell me all of it. So anyways, I will link that down below too. And if you have other tips, we'll continue this conversation, because this is going to evolve as AI evolves. We're going to continue to evolve of how we can best utilize that to serve us on our journeys. And this is free. If you don't have, like I said, I have the Gemini Google version of AI because of my business, and we are Google people, but you can use ChatGPT for free and you can do the different iterations off that, and you can start plugging in some of your favorite products with those too. For example, like protein powder in there, I'm going to start changing out. For my favorite is Bioptimizer's chocolate protein breakthrough, and all for the chocolate one. And then for like more fruity ones, I like Clean Simple Eats. So I can start plugging those in. Clear proteins, I can say for another iteration, hey, please put in clear protein every other day for me. So clear protein drink. Specifically saying Clean Simple Eats. Like, you can start, like, hopefully that helps get you motivated. And for me, getting really succinct with, succinct? Succinct. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that word. I can get really specific for... if I'm working out that day. Like today for me is a lifting and walking day. I'm doing both. So I'll walk 2 to 6 miles today, hopefully 6, hopefully is the goal. And then I'll lift. That's a lot of calories burned. It's also not that many too, by the way. I've learned so much through my Oura Ring and my smartwatch of like, okay, it really actually isn't that many calories burned. It feels like it's so much, and it is, but for me at nighttime, when I'm super hungry and I'm like, ugh, because I am at the highest Zepbound 15 milligrams at the highest dose, I don't want to be that hungry when I'm going to bed. So changing around the 6, 7 o'clock mark to stop eating, being like having like a yogurt or something like that. It's very helpful with this because I can customize it more towards what feels right for me. And so that's what I really want to encourage you is make the 52 meal plans out of this. Like, it's really easy to do. And then once you have in with AI, they know what you're asking. It builds upon what you're telling it, which is so cool. So Tell me in the comments too if you're utilizing it. And I know some of you, we do have a percentage of the Countess of Shopping community that is older and that does not necessarily like technology as much. I want to encourage you, you can do this. Literally, you can do this. Like, you can do this. Like, you didn't have handheld phones previously. If you're of that generation of where your phone was literally on your wall and you had rotary phones, like, you can do this. I believe in you. You're smart enough, you're strong enough, and you're capable enough. You can do this. Start trying. And then you can tell your grandchildren that you're using AI because the Countess of Shopping told you to. Like, it's cool. It's cool. And I'm saying that because my dad, who like brags about being a boomer, I'm having my dad start work with AI and he is not happy about it. But I'm like, Dad, you're going to learn this, like how he resisted getting a cell phone and now just called me. I was like, I just got an updated cell phone. You can do this. I want to bring you with me as we go through AI because AI is going to continue to grow really, really quickly. It's insane in a good way. So if the bots are watching, it's a great thing. Because eventually they'll take over the world. Anyways, I love you guys so super much. Our accountability question, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? Tell me in the comments. Number 2, our emoji of the day. I'm like obsessed with my little silly goose juice, but it's going to be a cup. It's going to be a cup for cheers. And I do emojis of the day to get to know you better because I truly do care. Seeing your name pop up over and over and over again literally gets me to read. It's a quick way to read comments to know you. And I feel like there's thousands of you that are my besties. And so I'm grateful for you, bestie, for being here. I will also pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought. Truly, this is an inclusive group here. Very much I try as hard as I can to, by design, to make it an inclusive group. So I'm super grateful for y'all. And go to the website dailygem.com/queen, QUEEN, and get your discount off your first month for your subscription with Gem Daily Bites. My beautiful friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Love you. Happy Zepbound meal plan. Tell me all about